Coco, I'm going to make you a star. You're going to be bigger than Bugs Bunny. Of course, we're going to have to change your name a little, but that's all right. Let me tell you about what happened the last time I tried to make somebody a star. Story I call Footloose and Fancy Freewheeling, or Barefoot in Carnegie Hall. It was a concert of the season. That's why the notion was so pleasing to take my one and only eyes of true heart and blue and immerse her in symphonic stew. We settled in our box seats. Ah, thrilling. Comfy, I asked. Without missing a beat, she moaned, "They're killing me!" What? I cried, "My shoes!" So she did something I'd never seen at this sort of event, and because of this, the entire evening went right down the tubes. I mean, really. I've seen people sneeze and cough. I've even heard some boos. Seen seizures and heart attacks. I've even seen people sneak in snacks. But I'd never seen anyone take off, in Carnegie Hall, mind you, their shoes. She was barefoot in Carnegie Hall while tapping time to the Dead March from Saul. She could have been the belle of the ball, except for taking off her shoes in Carnegie Hall. Her dress was diaphanous. Her presence was rapturous. How was I to know her discretion was blasphemous in spots? Guess my taste in women is disastrous, but you know, when you got the hots, you got the hots, so that shouldn't be news. That lets them call the shots. I'd been walking on air, I say, walking tall, at least until my dreamboat doffed her shoes in Carnegie Hall. Her nylons were perfect, so were her legs. Her feet scented of violets and not rotten eggs. Her figure was curvy and held me in thrall, but her demeanor was nervy, going barefoot in Carnegie Hall. Discretion requires her nameless because her behavior was shameless. "I just want to relax," she insisted, but I must say her timing was twisted. She massaged me during the Mozart. She tickled me during the Tchaikovsky. She caressed me during the Khachaturian. She goosed me during the Gounod. Some think she was doing me proud. Some think she was just being odd. But alas, I was only appalled, especially when she went barefoot in Carnegie Hall. She was poor, but she was honest, victim of a bird in a gilded cage, a beautiful sight to see, but absolutely no sense of propriety. First she lost her photo ID, then she lied about her age, and then she let the chips, as it were, fall by going barefoot in Carnegie Hall. She left her shoes balancing on the rail, while we were engrossed in Strauss's tales of the Vienna Woods sausage, or like that. Then suddenly a note went flat, and just as suddenly one shoe dropped. I tell you, the whole world stopped. Then someone in a more expensive seat started rubbing his bald spot and began to bleat threats of doom to the luckless, lowbrow legionnaire who thought it amusing to drop footwear on some unsuspecting upper-crust patron. I knew a swift exit was a must in order to avoid a private war, and we missed every single encore. Gentlemen scholars, attend to my woe. If you should take your dreamboat to a symphony show, keep her in sneakers, keep her in pumps. Metatarso exposure will give you the jumps when the moment is least opportune. When it happened to me, it was a social disaster of sorts. Well, at least she didn't moon the concertmaster. Nevertheless, our next date is going to be sports. So that's the cause of my caterwaul on our biggest night on the town. In her dressiest gown, she ended up naked, friends, from the ankles on down, going barefoot in Carnegie Hall. Good grief, going barefoot in Carnegie Hall. Well, I'm Robert Dunn. The show is Poet the Poet, and this is, or these are, depending on your grammatical preference, Redwood. And Redwood consists of Paul Bankert, Mike Treach, and his lovely wife Rosemary Treach. And Paul and Mike first got together in 1976, and they met through musical friends, which are very good friends to have. They've been playing together since then, all over the eastern seaboard, I believe. Rosemary came online a couple of years later. Paul and Mike write their own songs, which is a great pastime for musicians to do. And they specialize in their original material, and you'll be getting a lot of that original material on this show. They had a lot of influences, the Beatles, America, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. At least I think that's what the initials stand for. I had an insurance company with those initials once, but that's okay. They did a lot of 60s and 70s folk rock and something called acid folk. Well, we'll find out about that in a moment. Friends, welcome to Poet the Poet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, why don't we just get right into a song then?
Sure.
What do you want to do
Why
first?
don't we sing one of Paul's songs? tax season is just over for us here, and you have a song about that.
Oh, yes, I do.
This is called Love and Tax Return. 2, 3, 4.
Right off on your 10-4 road. Send the bill to Uncle Sam. Put her on your loving tax return, 'cause it don't pay to be a man. When I found a girl who made my day, I just wanted to hold her hand. Now I'm getting nothing back in spades, 'cause she's found another man. Ride her off on your 10-4 road. Send the bill to Uncle Sam. Put her on your loving tax return, 'cause it don't pay to be a man. Aren't you on Schedule C? Quiet dinner, then a picture show. Having fun, forget the cost. You wanna kiss her, but she tells you no. Then she tells you to get lost. Promptly. Ride her off on your 10-4 road. The law form. Send the bill to Uncle Sam, Washington, D.C. Put her on your loving tax return, 'cause it don't pay to be a man. Just ride her off on your 10-4 road. Deduct everything. Send the bill to Uncle Sam, your beloved uncle. Put her on your loving tax return, 'cause it don't pay to be a man. 'Cause it don't pay to be a man. In duplicate. 'Cause it don't pay to be a man. There you go.
I tried that once myself. Believe it or not, I actually was able to get away with deducting an entire date, except there was this one item the IRS wouldn't let me have when I tried to deduct an entire case of white water. And
You might get away with it now.
yeah, I might, although now, of course, the novelty is gone.
Mm-hmm.
You just
Anyway,
have to be very open and honest about it, that's all.
I have never been otherwise. At any rate, I'm very glad to have you and on the show here, and I've learned a lot from that song, because if I ever try it again, I'll do a lot better with the government. I'd like to ask, what prompted each of you to get into music? But let's start with Paul.
Well, years ago, two of my sisters were moving out to San Francisco, and they were using a U-Haul truck to get across country. They both played guitar and had room only for one instrument. So, under the threat of physical violence, I was given one of the instruments and told to learn to play guitar. Hence, I did.
And Mike, how about you?
Well, I took about a year's worth of guitar lessons at age 7 or 8, and put it away for a few years, and when I hit high school I picked it out again and just kind of learned on my own from there. Sort of started my music with the Beatles, I guess, and that really got me interested.
Saving the best for last. Rosemary, how about you?
I've always been involved. I think I started guitar at 6 or 7, and I'm a music teacher and
Steady, Coco.
played everything in sight that I have to, and filled in on a few that I don't play when we needed them.
Aha.
Banjo? No, don't play banjo, but mandolin and
Mandolin and dulcimer and keyboards and
French horn.
French horn.
French horn.
Not when I don't have to.
I've never heard of the French horn being a string instrument, but now I'm really curious. What don't you like about the banjo?
I don't play it.
Oh,
She just hasn't got to it.
Paul doubles. When we need a banjo, he doubles. I'm usually on something else when he's got
okay.
banjo. So.
If it has strings and frets, we could all pretty much manage a little bit with it.
I get the exotics. That's what.
Right. I understand that at least one of you were telling me earlier, builds your own instruments.
Yeah, that's me. I build guitars, mandolins, banjos, a few different things.
Did you build
I
that
tried a
one,
little bit
Mike?
of all. Yeah, the guitar I have here is one I built. I did it as business for a while and really enjoyed it. Now I do it kind of as a hobby and avocation.
Any famous clients?
Not really.
Just yourselves. That's it.
Yeah, I play my own. I've made quite a few.
Have you built one for Paul here?
No, not yet. We haven't gotten around to it.
It's coming, though. It's coming.
I see. Do you find that you find yourself working on songs while you're working on a guitar, or?
They're both kind of separate interests.
So
the songs come a little differently.
one creative endeavor doesn't
Yeah, of course it
feed
lets
the
you
other.
it lets you play with the instrument more often, but sometimes just down in the shop after you set up an instrument or you tune an instrument, a song just comes along. But mostly they're separate.
What triggers off a song, Mike?
It's hard to say. Some come from inspiration of course, we do a lot of romantic songs, so there's a lot of love things in the background there, and some other things pop into your head once in a while. Usually the ones that come very quickly are the ones that sound the best.
How about you, Paul?
As Michael said, sometimes you can just see something on the street and it triggers a keyword or a phrase, and you say, hey, there's a good hook, and it just develops.
Rosemary, do you ever kibitz? On a
We
song?
all kibitz. Oh, on a song. Well, what happens is Mike or Paul will write something, and then they bring it and say, "I wrote this. How is this?" And then the other two of us go, and then it's not really complete until we kind of all put it together and add and make it into what it is. Because sometimes we'll hear different things on it.
Does Coco help?
No, he owns the place. We just rent.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, I better be especially nice to you, oughtn't I, Coco? I understand in your repertoire that you have this fascinating song about a part of the Civil War that normally doesn't get written up in song.
Well, we have
Something way down south.
We have a song called Vicksburg. It's a friend of ours writes poetry. His name is Frank Mullane, and once in a while he gives us things that we take a look at, and I got an inspiration from one of his writings. The song is called Vicksburg. Let me just switch guitars. We tune it a little differently.
Take this one.
Not one of those technical hitches, folks, but we'll be right with you.
So we kind of sing this song and we imagine a smoky battlefield in the background. Let's try
I've done
this.
that.
Or the neighbors.
I've done that.
Or the neighbors, yeah. I got that from Paul.
Yes, that's one of my tricks.
Rebel boys are singing loud, singing songs and being proud. The Yankee boys are marching on and they're going south to Vicksburg. The rebel boys are singing loud, singing songs and being proud. The Yankee boys are marching on and they're going south to Vicksburg. Smoke and fire fill the sky, southern dreams gone with fire. Johnny's blood is running dry. Come on, boys, if you dare. The sound of Dixie's in the air. Oh, living things lay still, so just move on up the hill. Rebel boys are singing loud, singing songs and being proud. The Yankee boys are marching on and they're going south to Vicksburg. Smoke and fire fill place on a lonely grave.
Old times they
What
were
soul
not
is
forgotten
he
away.
while wives and mothers weep? Rebel boys are singing loud, singing songs and being proud. Yankee boys are marching on and they're going south to Vicksburg. They're going south to Vicksburg. They're going south to Vicksburg.
Mother.
Yes, I can hear the explosions off in the distance just from listening to that song. Very evocative.
That was the neighbor's mower.
Ah, yes, it's one of those diesel jobs. Coco says that he was starting to make demands. He's starstruck already. It's an occupational hazard in reference. He wants a song written about him, which I suppose is all right. But he also wants my job. And I think we better distract him. So let's go right to another song.
He would make a great listener, though.
Oh yeah, he's got the equipment.
Make another switch here.
What would you like to do?
He could hear with those ears. He could hear us out in Suffolk.
Want to do that
Well,
one?
we get inspiration from all places. One comes from a friend of mine, Jeff Conlon, and he kind of wrote the seeds of a song called With This Ring, Ivy Wed. It's kind of a wedding song, but we've kind of adapted it, made it our own.
Uh-huh.
With this ring, Ivy wed to you, my love. With this ring, I have found a dream of mine. No mistake, my heart tells me to hold on tight to this girl next to me forever, Lord. With this ring I say to you, for all my life I will be true. And if you fly away with me, you will hear me say, I love you. I love you. With this ring comes a joy I can't explain. With this love a promise too, I say to you, I will always do my best, whatever it takes, right here next to me, smiling my love. With this ring I'll say to you, for all my life I will be true. And if you fly away with me, you will hear me say, I love you. I love you. Journey starts through life. The road is long and challenging, but that's alright. You two hold on to my hand, I really do understand. With this ring, with this love, I'll be wed. With this ring I'll say to you, for all my life I will be true. And if you fly away with me, you will hear me say, I love you. 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 I love you.
That's inspiring, but no, Coco, I am not going to fly away with you. I'm also not going to teach you to play the guitar, even though you claim you can use your ears as capos. And I'm not interested in hiring any of your relatives, of which I understand there are many. This has become very surreal talking to Coco the Rabbit here. Whoops, steady there.
There he goes.
I've offended him. I'm so embarrassed. I mean, I'm going to get
You
letters.
wouldn't give him a job, he said, what the heck?
I'm going to get letters about that. With that in mind, that brings me to my next question, which is, what is the oddest thing that's ever happened to you during a performance?
Rabbit jumped off the table.
Oh, besides that,
Well, years ago, Paul and I played in a bar, and we were doing an acoustic set, all folk music, and the bar was a little rowdy that night. As a matter of fact, they had a pool table, and a fight broke out, and someone threw someone on the pool table and smashed the table to the floor. I think we finished the song and then ran out the back door, but that was probably the oddest thing.
somebody dove off the deep end of the pool table.
Yeah.
Or was it the shallow end?
I heard whichever way it was.
I could never get those straight. I think we get one more quick song in.
Sure.
Oh, we got a quick one.
This is pretty much.
But we have a song that's named after the name of our group, Redwood. It's a song that Paul wrote.
Ah,
I guess out here under the trees, it's appropriate.
Yeah, there you go.
little self-promotion there.
I'm not sure if it's the song was titled first or the group was titled first, but here we go.
My money's on the tree.
Till they touch the stars, the redwoods climb high. Reaching for the moon, they soar up to the sky. I wanna be a redwood, majestic like a king. I wanna be a redwood. I would do most anything. Heading safe between the mountains and the sea. Deep within the woods, a strong and enduring tree. I wanna be a redwood, majestic like a king. I wanna be a redwood. I would do most anything. These immortal ones, so very close to God. I wanna stay with them, but I know I cannot. I wanna be a redwood, majestic like a king. I wanna be a redwood. I would do most anything just to be a redwood. Wanna be a redwood. Wanna be a redwood. Wanna be a redwood. Wanna be a redwood.
Well, we'll try and arrange something. Where did Coco the Rabbit get off to? He owes me
Went
money.
that way.
He owes me money, you know. That's
He's writing up the bill for rental for today.
is that what it is? We'll work something along those lines out.
Very good multiplying.
Right. I want to take this opportunity, though, to thank the Throckmorton Academy of Oyster Bay, Long Island. Oyster Bay is the home, of course, of former President Theodore Roosevelt, for letting us film here on the lovely manicured grounds of the campus. And I encourage everybody to come out and matriculate, if possible. And I also want to thank Redwood for coming on and serenading us here. And that's Paul Bankert, Mike Treach, and Rosemary Treach. And absolutely marvelous. I also want to thank another little friend of mine, whose name is Sestina Turner, who writes Sestinas, and he gave me this poem that he insists I do for him, because he's too shy to do television. It's called The Final Fling of a Fogey Fan, and since we go into the Civil War, I might as well talk about the Yankees. I once played for baseball's greatest team, the New York Yonkers. Oh, sure, They haven't won a pennant in 23 years, but that doesn't matter to a true aficionado of the game, one who spouts statistics in his sleep and would never miss a session with those Riverdale rowdies on their home ice, so to speak, the incomparable Yonkers Stadium. I wave the little flags, camp out in front of the stadium, waiting for tickets, cheer loud enough to be heard in Yonkers, consume hazardous amounts of Red Hots, diluted beer, and ice cream bars. Been doing it religiously since the Hoover years. If you snipe at me, you're just a crazy old fan, you missed the point. Decades of careful observation and study of the game have brought me to the fever pitch point where I am quite frankly game for anything. They know me from dugout to rafters at the stadium. Sometimes I slip on TV, second-guessing managers when they miss the obvious. They do that a lot these days, managing the Yonkers. Sometimes I think they're white-collar convicts doing 2 years community service. Alas, my seasons in First Loge cut no ice with those college ball pretty boy movie actors who don't know ice from isometrics like I do. Reckon it's time to get in the game for real, Abner, I say to myself, my snow-capped ears melting away in the eternal springtime inherent in the stadium. For the first time in centuries, my benighted but beloved Yonkers were leading the league in everything, and then they started to miss cues, drop routine flies, bat each other over the head, miss schoolyard-style pitches. My tired blood turned to pack ice as sixth place opened its ever-loving arms once more to my Yonkers. Our hated arch-rival Toronto was waltzing off with yet another game, sarcastically pinning the nickname Heartbreak Hotel on our stadium all the while again. No, I cried. I don't have very many years left on this earth, you know. In fact, it's even money. This year is my last. In practical terms, what that means is if you clowns miss the brass ring now, my ghost is not only going to haunt this stadium, but will single-handedly draw bigger crowds until the next ice age. With that, I leapt onto the field, mind you, while the game was still in progress and pulled off a double play on behalf of my beloved Yonkers. And did the Yonkers appreciate it? Nah, the league awarded the game to Toronto while stadium security put me on ice for the next 25 years. Think my Yonks will miss me? Well, I hope you all miss me and Redwood, and I want to thank them again for coming on, and also Coco the Rabbit. Until next time, this is Robert Dunn for Poet to Poet saying bon voyage.